Are you feeling lost, stuck, or at an impasse? Does something feel missing? A deep void inside? If any of these questions hit home for you, then you may be feeling lonely. I am here to tell you that you are not alone. It's a feeling that everyone experiences at some point in their lives. It can be fleeting, and other times it can feel forever lasting. Sometimes you can pinpoint what triggers it. Other times it can hit you full force without warning. No matter how long you've been feeling this way, the reason you feel this way, or how you think you should be feeling, this is a normal human emotion, and sometimes you just gotta let yourself feel it. There have definitely been times when I've felt lonely, even when I've been surrounded by people, or seemed, from the outside, my happiest. If I really think about my time in college, I seemed happy.
Go. This is not
Wait,
gonna
one more
work.
time.
The pants are a little too big, but once I get the stomach to go flat and this booty to go, it's over for bitch.
What they say? What they say? You gon' do that time for me. Sorry.
We don't be and it gets I don't want to water out.
Let's go, party squirrel! Climb the trees and bite the nuts. Let's go, party squirrel!
How should you just sing along?
I like it, Picasso.
Hey, there's a dip right in front of you.
Oh, God damn. Brianna, get up! Shit! Whoa, let me get my drink first. I am never getting you fucked up ever again. This shit.
Light as butterflies. Light as butterflies.
Baker, Queens in his
I've been here all 4 years. So my project is based off a quote by Zora Neale Hurston, and it's this piece right here. It goes, "I feel most colored when I am thrown against a stark white background." And I was inspired by this quote because it really hits home with me, because I'm an African American woman in America, surrounded by, well, it's predominantly white, and I've grown up noticing these things, and that's basically affected the way I've grown up and how I view myself and how I know other Black people view themselves. So I have a little saying Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Let me take a picture.
I was able to hang out with my friends on a regular basis. I could go and do what I wanted to with who I wanted to. But there were also times when I was overwhelmed and probably just needed to be by myself. But I was too concerned with keeping up with appearances to really just let myself be alone. It's taken me a while to understand that it's okay to be alone. Hi, welcome back to my channel. As always, it is very appreciated. Today we are going to be talking about the differences between being lonely and being alone. There is a difference between being lonely and being alone. Alone is an adjective or adverb. It is a physical state of being without anyone else. This can be observed, and it is a neutral state. Lonely is an adjective as well, but it is an emotion, and it is a negative state. While these words may seem synonymous, and they may show up at the same time, they are still two distinct things. Loneliness can stem from not feeling understood, accepted, supported, or seen. A lot of the time, we're not even receiving these things from ourselves and are just searching for them externally. So I'm 23, and at this point in my life, I know what I want to do. But at the same time, I don't know what I want to do with my life, if that makes any sense. And now I'm kind of in this weird space where I'm like, what's next? Especially since I've been in school basically my whole life. School provided me with easy access companionship. In elementary, middle, and high school, I was growing up with these people. I was always within close proximity to. These people, like them or not, I always had someone to go to for companionship. College was a bit of the same. I had a bit of a greater choice of who I hung out with and who I associated with, but I still had easy access companionship. Humans are naturally social creatures, and I think people who are introverts or shy, even they crave this human connection. This is definitely the case with me. I think throughout my time in high school and college, I spent a lot of it lonely. Even though I was surrounded by a lot of these people and I was doing things that supposedly made me happy, there were still times where I just felt empty, like I was missing something. I remember times of trying to force friendships, trying to make them last, and being devastated when they eventually ended. Pining after boys, wishing they would choose me when I wasn't even choosing myself. Trying to make myself the party girl to seem cool in the eyes of others when that really just wasn't me. I was grasping at straws, trying to get others to fill this void that I had. Now that I'm in this space where I am out of school, taking a break from school, and I'm just focusing on work and focusing on getting my life together, there is still a slight feeling of loneliness from time to time. But I think that is just because I am no longer in that forced close proximity to my peers that school provided me with. I was just so used to that space. This is giving me a chance that I've never really had to just sit with myself and just really dig deep within myself without worrying about any distractions, what my friends or associates might be doing or what they might be thinking about me. I have this opportunity to just sit with myself and really just be. I also want to talk a little bit about how now that I'm not in this school space, I find myself a little bit guarded. Like I find it hard opening up to people. This is including my family. Where I used to work, I wouldn't say I had any friends. They were more just co-workers to me. I mean, there were times when I've really enjoyed their company and we've laughed and kikied with each other, but I haven't really allowed myself to have a full-fledged relationship or connection with anyone since graduating college. I think I'm just so focused on fostering and growing this relationship with myself right now. And I think that's okay and needed right now. Just to be alone and really learn myself. It's an opportunity for you to drop your mask. It's a time to just be me. There's no one else around to judge me except myself, so. Even with the people that we are most comfortable with, there is still some masking being done. I usually don't dance or sing in front of my family or friends. I don't like filming in front of anyone, and I'm even embarrassed and shy when my own mother comes into the bathroom while I'm already using it. Cursing in front of my family is another one. When I'm alone, I don't worry about any of these things. I am so secure in my image when I'm alone than when I'm with others. Like, I'm able to look in the mirror and tell myself that I look good today, and really believe that shit. I'm able to know myself better, and it gives me time to think deeply about things like my goals, who I want to become, and my place in the world. It increases concentration and helps you focus on tasks, which is a must for me, since, I'm an artist and all. I don't know about you, but when I'm alone, I feel more sane. That's just me. Things like journaling, reading, painting, watching a movie by myself just gives me a calm feeling and allows me to de-stress. It allows you to see what people are bringing to your table. People who regularly practice solitude know what they offer themselves: introspection, relaxation, and compassion. This helps people ID what they want and need from others. I know that when I get annoyed by loud sounds like people talking too loud or the TV being up too loud, or when people ask me questions that I think are stupid, I know it's time for me to go sit by myself a little bit. You feel tired all the time, even when you're getting enough sleep. You feel overwhelmed and you're having a hard time concentrating. You regret plans that you were at one point really looking forward to. You're feeling anxious on a regular basis, feelings of frustration even when there's no foreseen trigger, lack of motivation or energy, lack of feeling a connection with others, a very busy lifestyle, and feeling like you're constantly giving to others and just forgetting about yourself. Now we're going to get into sort of things that you can do to spend your time alone. A lot of these are from the YouTuber here named Bria Jones. I am just implementing these tips into my own life, and maybe you can implement them into your own life too. Time is a luxury, and it's important that we spend it doing the things that we love, the things that we're good at doing, so that life can be an enriching experience for us. For me, I love drawing, painting, reading, crocheting, exercising, collecting, and caring for plants, and learning new things. I am notorious for being on my phone all day, and while this may not be hurting anyone, my mental can sometimes take a hit, seeing everyone living their lives and doing the things that I wish I could be doing, or seeing how others look compared to myself. But by partaking in any one of my hobbies, I wouldn't be even thinking about any of those things. There are days where I am feeling really lonely and just down, wishing that I had a significant other, wishing that I was at another place in my life, wishing I had the money to go do certain things. Thinking about things like this can often cause me to spiral and trigger my depression, causing my whole day to be ruined in a second. Bria says that we need to find ways to have fun that don't lead us down a dark path. I could go on a walk, go to the park and admire all the plants and nature around me. Heck, I could even do this in my own room by admiring the plants that I have in there. I have so many. I could have a movie day and munch on popcorn. I could search up new video ideals for YouTube. Loneliness is just a sign that you are missing using your time. This one is kind of hard for me. I can't really go to the places where I want to go because I don't have my own car. I am sharing my parents' car until I have enough money saved up to buy my own car. So like, I can't really just like go out and do the things that I want to do outside of my house because I don't have my own car and I'm on my parents' time, you know. So it's just very tempting for me to want to just sit around my house all day and not really do anything on my off days or right after I get off work, you know. So I need to make a better conscious effort at just going and getting out the house and doing something. Even if it doesn't even involve getting in a car, I could just go on a walk through my neighborhood, or I could go outside and put around in the garden. I could also just go sit outside on my front porch and just watch cars pass by, you know? There are times where I go back and forth, not really knowing what to do with my life. Do I really want to become a doctor? When will I move out of my parents' house, and where will I go? What are the things that I truly like outside of the influences that I have around me? What do I stand for? Being alone allows me to think about these things. It enables me to really ask myself these questions. Journaling has been really helping me do this lately, and in the past I've made jokes about journaling and just never really taken it seriously. Like, I would write something in my journal one day and then for the next month I don't journal at all. But this time I'm really taking it serious. When I have something in my heart to write, I just go in my journal and write it down, even if it's not like pertaining to me and I just want to get it out. Journaling has really been helping me do that. Right now, well, I've kind of always had a love of reading, and right now just books are just it for me right now. And one of the books that I'm totally obsessed with is the Fourth Ring series, and also anything that has to do with Penelope Douglas. You already know I'm down. Finding good TV shows. I haven't really been on my TV show grind lately. If you have any really good recommendations for me, leave them down in the description. Leave them down below in the comment section. Movies, again, any recommendations, leave them down below. And listening to podcasts, there's one on here by Fernanda Ramirez, and it's called A Better You podcast. I really like that one. I listen to that one a lot. And then there's another one on here that's really inspiring. It's by Live Fit. You know I love my girl Live Fit. Her podcast, I think, is called Live Fit Listens. So y'all should really go check out those two podcasts. They're kind of life-changing. Bria also mentions that we should, take initiative, make that first move. So for me, making the first move to go hang out with my friends should be on a higher priority for me. And, I'm very uncomfortable doing this. I had friends in high school that I would kind of just wait to let them invite me to hangout sessions and such. And when they wouldn't invite me, it was just, that was just me getting hurt in the end. And I've gotten into a bit of a habit in doing this all throughout high school and a little bit of college. But I need to understand that friendship goes both ways, and that I need to stop being afraid to ask people to hang out with me. I mean, I'm pretty awesome, so why wouldn't anyone want to hang out with me, So when I went to my first reformer Pilates class, I met this girl that had also never really done reformer Pilates too, and I just rocked right up to her, and we started a conversation about how this was our first time doing reformer Pilates, and just had a whole conversation about that, and it led to talking about other things as well. And I didn't die. I mean, it was a really pretty easy flowing conversation, and she was really nice. Her name was Hannah, I think, but yeah. So learning from that experience, I can just tell myself that if a conversation doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I can always just walk away in the end, but going and having that first conversation with someone, or asking someone that I know to hang out with me, it's not a big deal, you know. If someone says no, fine, cool, I'll find somebody else to hang out with me, you know. I just need to take it one step at a time and, you know, just really understand that I am amazing, and there are people out there who will recognize this and, you know, will become friends in an organic way because they see this in me, and I need to start seeing this in myself. I just need to start reaching out to my friends more in general. The thought of being alone used to really embarrass me. The thought of going to lunch and having to sit by myself because my friends didn't have the same lunch block as me, or when my friends were sick and didn't come to school that day, having to sit alone at lunch petrified me. The anxiety of having to sit alone by myself at lunch eventually went away in college when I realized no one cared whether or not I was sitting alone by myself. They were too absorbed in their own lives to even realize I was sitting alone, you know. Being alone creates space for introspection, compassion for yourself, and self-discovery. And if you are having feelings of depression, or you're just feeling really down, maybe you should try being alone. It's really eye-opening. Again, if you are having any of these feelings of depression, feelings of emptiness, like there's a void, like there's nothing that can fill it, just know that you're not alone. I've had these feelings. I will continue to have these feelings until I find it within myself to just really trust in myself and know that I have myself. When all else is lost and I feel like no one else is there for me, I will always be there for myself at the end of the day. Just know that you're not alone, and this too will pass.